Hi guys, it's July the 16th, pretty sure. Um, it's 10:20 in the morning. I've actually never really taken much time to show you guys, but because most people I think either use, well, pre-sewn, I guess, the ones you get online, fleece liners, or they use wood shavings. But I wanted to show you what the cage actually looks like before I clean. Usually I make videos after I cleaned. So it's not that they don't use the cage, it's just I cleaned it. So this part's just for the pellet area. I like to separate all my food and the water from each other. One, if I hear certain sounds, I'll know where to look. Whereas if I had food on every level, I'd be looking all over the place to see who was eating. So this way I can monitor the eating, if there's fighting over certain things. So this isn't very dirty. I'll still vac it. I'll vac it all. It'll become just a blue fleece when I'm done. I've already taken the time to climb a little step ladder and sweep off all the poop on those shelves so they've fallen down here. Sometimes I find a lot, sometimes I don't. Last night they were extremely quiet. A couple nights ago they were just making so much noise I couldn't even sleep. Usually I can sleep through whatever they're doing, but so as you can see, they do like to, I guess, chew sticks and poop in the back there. And there's more over there. These things rotate every day. Sometimes they're on that side, depending on which side I start vacuuming first. Sometimes I put it back on this side, though. It just depends. I like these two things here. There's actually stuff in this. It came from the breeder. I got one as a prize for at Christmas. There was like a draw, and then I think, how did I get the other one? I think I bought it, maybe. I could be wrong. Oh no, she sent me one for free along with my purchases that I bought, because I bought a lot of stuff, and she sent me one, and then I won one about maybe a month later, just before Christmas. So I have two. There's like supposedly like things like rose hips or like little chew pieces, like chew toys inside, but they haven't worked their way through it, and they don't seem to want to. I'm very curious to know what's in these. I might, if I get impatient enough, I might just take something and pry it open. Or maybe like to give them a head start, but I really want to know what's in this. There's like something in each of these. Like there's a lot of something in this one. I want to know what's in it. They don't seem to want to know, so I'm sure they could smell there's something in there. So if they really wanted to chew through this, they could. So it's a choice. Like they did this, so I'm pretty sure they can chew through this. It's just this piece, right? So yeah, I mean like this. If they can chew a hole like this, they could if they wanted to. They just don't. So yeah, I have my water over there. I do have 3. They don't stop working, but they do start dripping about maybe halfway if Nala bumps into it. If Nala likes to burrow under my fleece sometimes for some reason, she's crazy. And then the water bottles might start leaking. And then, but luckily under here is a G diaper pad. They're just the ones that you put in your diapers, but this one's made of cloth. It's reusable, and I just throw that in the laundry along with everything else, of course. Almost everything in my cage is washable. So it absorbs a lot of water. So usually if I find that this thing is very damp when I go to vacuum, I'll know that one of the bottles are leaking, because they don't pee there. They just, well, they do in this corner. But if it's damp along the edge of the shelf here, the pan, then I know that it's dripping. So it absorbs a lot of water, but it gets heavy, and that's how I know. Pee evaporates pretty fast. It's just that if it's water constantly dripping, it gets heavy. So, and then we got down here. This one's not too bad either. They don't poop as much on this side as they do on that side, but Nala does like to poop in there, but I guess she didn't today. But she has one to sleep in. Oh yeah, I should mention what I did on Monday, but let me just finish showing you. And there's a piece of poo here too. And then on this side, Speedo's right there. This is the side that they spend a lot of time on because it's got hay. So there's probably more poop underneath this hay. See? There's more. And sometimes they like to sleep in there, but I guess they didn't today. Nala likes to dig out all my hay and sleep inside. Sometimes. In that corner, she keeps digging it up. That's why this marble is here. Because otherwise she'd flip up this entire area and then she'd burrow right under it. And then, well, what would happen is all of this crap would end up on the pan and on top of the fleece and underneath the fleece. And it means I'm vacuuming like constantly to get everything. It takes a lot longer, and plus that means she possibly might pee on the pan because she also likes to dig up this side to begin with. She goes like this, and then she likes to root under here. That is primarily one of the reasons I have the ramps. It's to prevent her from being able to go straight across all over this whole thing. That's why this is here, and that's why that's there. If I had more of these, and if they weren't so bulky, I would put them on every corner, but there's one over there, so she can't dig up the entire back corner. And same with this side because of the ramp. And then, of course, here. So the only thing she can dig is right there. A tiny bit, but she can't root. And on that side. So, yeah. I just noticed, too, that some of these ledges have more wear and tear. The ones that are pine are the ones that get wear and tear. See, this one's a pine. This was a pine. That one's not. I think this might be arbutus. So there is a difference. So anyway, about the thing I did on Monday, I ordered some American Pet Diner hay. I usually order Oxbow. I'll just show it to you. I just don't want it all over the floor underneath the cage, so that's why it's in a container. It still breathes. The hole is right there and stuff, but this one is a 9-pound bag. I know it's upside down, but 6 and 9, you know. Okay, so I usually order this, but I found that I get a lot of this color in my hay near the center of it, and I get a lot of straw-colored ones near the bottom too, like the very bottom of the bag. It might have to do the way they're storing in the store, but the thing I also know is the store that I'm buying it from, which is the only store that sells this large bag, aside from PetSmart, I think. I don't even think PetSmart carries this size, my local one. But I don't think they're selling it very fast. I think they're ordering it because Oxbow has like a minimum order. That's what they told me. The store told me that it was a minimum of $500. So they only have a couple stores in the province. So I think that they're just not selling it fast enough. And so wherever they're keeping it before they bring it to the store, it's causing the hay to change colors. So it's not very green sometimes. See, this one I got from another store, and it's still green. It's bright green. If you compare it to this quality look of the hay, it's quite different. And I have one more here. See this one? It's green too. And I've had this one for over a month. This one I got from Bosley's. Bosley's, though, charge, I think it's $7.99, so $8 a bag. They usually only run for $4.50 to $5 a bag. $5.50 is the most they charge at Thai Salt, which is where I'm getting this. So they're selling it for cheaper, but their hay is not as fresh. So I took a little, gamble, I guess. I decided to try their hay and see how well it was, and I've had it for a month, and it still hasn't changed colors at all. Usually in the middle of the bag, I'll find a different kind of colored hay. It's just not very green. So anyway, I'm going with American Pet Diner hay. I think it's like $12 a bag for 24 ounce, and then I have to pay for shipping. The shipping is the thing that I was teetering on whether or not to order the hay. I'm ordering through the breeder because I couldn't get a hold of American Pet Diner. They're just not answering emails, which is really stupid if you ask me. But well, you can't make business if you're not going to answer people's emails. My email was just basically how much would it cost to ship a 25-pound box and a 50-pound box, and would it be okay to keep it for a year, before I ordered again. And I wanted to know if ordering 25 or 50 would make any difference on the shipping. So is it just based on weight? Or, a box can fit maybe 25 pounds, but if I ordered say 40 pounds, would I be paying the same as 50 for shipping part? because some things go by weight, some things go by measurements as well. So I wanted to know, but they never answered me. And I'm running out of hay, so it's either that or I buy another bag of Oxbow. So Oxbow was costing me $30 plus tax. The American Pet Diner for 4 bags, but I also ordered 10 pounds of hay cubes. I'll explain why in a minute, but I think I was paying $75 in total for shipping and the products. So for the hay cubes and the 4 bags of hay. These are not 24 ounces. These are 15 ounce, so we're talking about this much more of a bag. So I'm guessing it's the one that's this size, the one I've seen. I could be wrong. According to the breeder, that should last my babies for about 3 to 4 months. Which, if you divide it and round up the total to $80, it comes out to $20 a month. It is a little more expensive, but if I'm not having to waste the hay, there's 2 reasons why I give so much hay. They don't obviously eat all this hay, but if I don't give enough, then Nala digs it out too soon, and then she goes inside and pees in it. And then, of course, this stuff, while they're eating and standing on it, they might pee on it as well. So then it's not usable. Well, I wouldn't let them eat it if they peed on it. The other reason is I just, once I open the bag, for some reason, it just seems to go bad really fast. Like, it just loses color, so I don't want to keep it too long. But they were pretty surprised when I told them how much hay I'm going through. And when I was trying to figure out how much American Pet Diner hay I need, it would be really, really expensive. We're talking about $100 just on the hay. And so I decided that after the hay arrives, I won't be using this container for the hay, supposedly. I will go to Dysol. If you look back at my first videos when I first had my chin, very first time, in October of 2013, you should see a video where there was a wooden box. It was about this big. It's about the length of your arm to elbow, a little bit smaller, and it was about this big. And it had something like Home Sweet Home or something like that on it. I'm gonna go get them that. The breeder says they just put it on the cage floor for them to eat, and she just gives a small handful, and it's more of a treat. And I was told by the shelter and even the pet store that they had to have hay 24/7. But of course, the pet store wasn't giving them hay 24/7. But I was told by the shelter, especially, that they had to have hay 24/7, loose hay. And the breeders are telling me that you can feed them just hay cubes. It's the same thing. And then I tried to explain to the breeder that I was told that they were different because those ones were chopped. It wasn't the same. And the breeder's telling me it's exactly the same. So, but it's better, I guess, to give them the loose hay too, because it's a little more fun. So I will be giving them both. I could have gone with just hay cubes, which would have been a lot cheaper. I think it's like $1.75 a pound for hay cubes. I could be wrong. I ordered 4 pounds last time, and it was humongous. It was like half a box, half of one of these boxes. So very big. This one's a shoe size box, so it was a pretty big box. And I still have about maybe a quarter of the package left. So, but she's basically telling me I don't have to feed them all this hay, so much of it. So I'm gonna do that, obviously, because it's really expensive. If I could have gotten a bigger shipment from American Pet Diner, because she has to get it shipped to her place, and then I'm paying her shipping to ship it to me, which is why it's going to cost more than getting it directly from American Pet Diner. Problem is, they won't give me the time of day. They won't answer my emails, so unfortunately, because otherwise I would have ordered like maybe 25 pounds, and I would have just done this. But according to the breeder, this is just wasting it anyway. So we'll give it a try. I kind of like to let them play with it as well, but I guess it's okay. I'll have to get used to the idea of not giving them like this entire thing stuffed full of hay. If you've seen some of my videos, you'll see that the whole thing is sticking out full of hay, and I pack it in there too. So that's gonna take some getting used to. I don't think the chins will notice that they're getting less hay though, so long as they're actually getting hay. So it'll be interesting because I'm not actually used to giving them hay cubes. I only give it to them when they're really bored and acting up in the cage, like they're just bored to tears and they start being a pain in the butt. So from now on, I guess, starting maybe on Thursday, Friday when I get the hay, I'll be just giving them hay cubes and a handful of this hay. Well, not this one, of course. So yeah, guys. I don't know where everyone went. I think they went upstairs somewhere. Okay, guys?